Welcome to the Real Facts on Real Estate podcast, presented by Sean Patrick Moloney. In this series, we educate real estate agents on how to find success in the industry and grow their wealth to six-figure commissions and beyond. Now here is your host, Sean Moloney.
Welcome to episode 203, Why New Year's Resolutions Fail. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Moloney. Thanks for joining me this week. This week, let's talk about something important. Why do New Year's resolutions fail so often? Why is it that people go into the new year with so much energy, but then so suddenly they fail? It doesn't matter whether we're talking about gym memberships or real estate agents talking about they're going to grow their career, they're going to do better lead follow-up. What is it about this date that makes everyone think that some magical thing is just going to happen versus the failure that comes? Most people fail their New Year's resolutions because they don't have the grit to go through the pain of change. For most people, change is very painful. They don't realize it at first, but once they start trying to change, it hurts. It changes everything about them. It changes in all different chemical and physical ways, whether it be that their work is more grueling now, if they decide they're going to get more deals, so now they're going to make more phone calls, they're going to face more rejection. People don't really like rejection, so how do you think about all these things? These things that happen through change, you need to make sure you retrain your brain to have the positive focus on it. You know, the extra soreness you feel is because you're working on the body you desire, or the extra rejection that you feel when you're doing lead generation is actually leading to more yeses, because in order to get yeses, you have to get certain levels of no's. We know that not every single person's a client, so in order to get that better lead generation, we need to go through those failures. It's not a failure. In entrepreneurship, one of the earlier things we learn is about the idea of what truly is a failure. A failure is learning what does not work, right? It's an answer. It's a yes or a no type answer, which allows us to run in a new direction. When we fail forward, meaning we fail and find out what didn't work, so now we know what works, that's the type of behavior that keeps us on finding our goals. Because even when our resolution, we don't exactly make it, it's not a time to give it up. It's a time to realize, okay, I did this action that I didn't want. I'm on day 40, and here I am. I didn't make my phone calls for the day. It's not a release of the contract with yourself to move on. It's figuring out, how come I didn't make my phone calls today? Like, what made me do this, and how do I stop that from happening? And then moving forward from there. Because the thought of some instant change that just makes everything different forever is really not reality to how life works, right? Change is constant, but changing in a direction, maybe 1%, 2% better every day, leads you to being 365% better by the end of a year. So think about it more in that way, because otherwise you're going to be facing a wall. It takes really wanting that change to happen for it to happen as well, because oftentimes people's goals are based on what they think other people want of them versus the changes that they want in their own lives. So when we're looking at our real estate businesses and we're thinking to ourselves, I want to do change. Do you really want to do more cold calling, or are you just forcing yourself to do cold calling? Because if you're just forcing yourself to do cold calling, and in reality you should be going to more networking events, you're probably chasing after someone else's goal. Some people do better cold calling. Some people do better with internet leads. Some people do better networking. Some people know everybody and they just work their inner circle of influence or sphere of influence, whatever one you want to call it. But trying to jump into someone else's lane because you feel like that's what the universe needs you to do, it's not going to lead you to success. So what you want to do is chase your own goals, chase your own dreams, and not chase after someone else's dreams and what you think they want you to do, because it's very difficult when you're trying to do what you think someone else wants you to do versus very easy to do what it is you want to do. When you set goals that you really want and you chase them, it's easy to justify the pain and change that's needed in order for that to happen. The next thing you want to remember is accountability. Accountability is part of making it to your goal. So setting a person as your accountability partner, that can really help out. An accountability partner is someone that you can reach out to and just keep up with in time and just let them know, like, oh yeah, I'm keeping my goals, or I broke my goals. And when you do break your goals, not be afraid to talk to them, but to think about it like this. Okay, let's talk about what happened. Why did the goal get missed? What was the breakdown of that? And how do we ensure that we continue forward with our goal? So for New Year's resolutions, if you say, I'm going to do more lead generation, then maybe you find someone else at your brokerage or someone that you're friends with and say, okay, well, we'll both do more lead generation. At the end of the week, we'll talk about all the different conversations we had, and we'll break down how many no's and yeses we got, and we'll figure out what script and what conversations went well, so that way there we can utilize those ones more and more. And if we do this week after week after week, we'll have hundreds of phone calls worth of data, and we'll be heading in a direction where each and every time we find something that works, we tone it more towards that. Setting goals is important, guys, and this is the time of the year where you really want to do so you can set yourself up right for the year 2023. When it comes down to it, you want to have a goal for your marketing, you want to have a goal for your sales, and you want to have a goal for your life. If you don't do this, you probably won't reach your goals. I hope this helps you guys find a way to help your New Year's resolution be a success this year and not a failure. If your resolution is to make some more change, reach out to us over here at Movementum Realty. We're always hiring new and existing agents to be one of our Move Mentors, which is what we call our agents because we believe that they're more than just a salesperson. They're both a mentor and a guide in the process of buying, selling, and owning homes. Thank you so much for listening today. Make sure to pound that subscribe button. Tell everyone you know about this great free podcast all about selling more real estate and how to have better interactions with your clients. Check us out on the web at www.realfactsonrealestate.com and have a great afternoon.